Loving the Red Rose County.
This is BBC Radio Lancashire.
Good morning, how are you? It's just gone 6 o'clock. It's Tuesday the 7th of May. It's Graham Liver at breakfast on BBC Radio Lancashire. And these are the stories you're waking up to on this Tuesday morning. Panagiotis Gnafakis, who's a student from the University of Central Lancashire, who's developed a new robot that's thought to be the first of its kind. He's called it MAKIIS. I've pronounced that right, haven't I? Just checking. And BBC Radio Lancashire's Claire Burgess has been to meet him.
MAKIIS is a name for a Greek human, like you say, John, George. There is MAKIIS. I gave it a Greek name so I can give it a bit of character.
And you're Greek as well?
Yes.
So there's a bit of you in this robot?
There is quite a lot of bits of me in this robot, I can admit. I have an emotional connection with it. I made it. It was nothing. It was bits and pieces and it came together. So yes, I am emotionally attached to this robot.
It's one of a kind. What makes it special?
What makes it special is the ability to localize sound. It can find the person talking to it automatically and turn towards the person talking to it. This is mimicking a human behavior, what a human would do.
And nobody else in the world is doing this?
As far as we know, no one else does it. We thought, what is the typical problem of a teacher teaching a class? Now you can imagine you are in a theater and 200 people maybe watching a lecture. If someone asks a question, even a human who is there finds it hard to find who this person is. But the robot can actually find where the person who asked the question is and turn there automatically. As far as we know, it's unique.
Let's have a look at MAKIIS. The bottom half looks almost like a Henry Hoover with a laptop strapped onto the top of it and lots of cables going up a metal pole which forms the kind of body of the robot. And then at eye level you've got the Kinect box which is part of an Xbox, and then going up further to make the head shape you've got the iPad at the top. So it doesn't look very human. Let's see how he works.
Alright. So the idea is that there is an iPad on the robot and the person who is operating the robot from a remote location has his own iPad or iPhone.
So it's like a phone call now?
It's a video phone call. It will project my face through the internet to the iPad on the robot.
Oh yeah, so the robot now has your face?
Yeah, and then I can see you also, so I could see the class or whatever.
He moves quite stealth. He's quite quiet.
Yeah, we had to do some modifications to make it be so quiet. You can see that the robot is looking at me as I'm speaking. So if I was a student in a class and I was making a question, the robot would actually automatically turn and face me.
Yeah, wow. So as we're making noise, he's quietly moving round towards the noise, and that means that he'd be able to stand in front of the class and move around the class normally.
It makes human interaction much more natural.
Does he talk?
He doesn't talk, but he listens. He is really good at listening. I actually have implemented another feature, which is speech recognition. MAKIIS, now it looks at me. Come here. So it will actually come towards me.
So you're the master of the robot. And is it set up just for your voice, or could I control it as well?
You could control it.
MAKIIS, forward. Oh my goodness, he's moving towards me. Stop. If you make a robot that is truly human, has human behaviour, can you ever see a point where robots would completely replace humans?
No, I don't think a robot could completely replace a human, but they definitely have a point of existence. The point of existence of this robot is, for example, where my lecturer, Phil Tranter, goes for his normal trips in China on business, then he could possibly use this robot to teach a class in the university while he is in China. But it couldn't happen on an everyday basis.
Have you always been interested in robots?
I've been interested in robotics since I was 12 years old. I took all my toys and I broke them. And I made new toys with the motors and the things inside. And from that moment, I want to study robotics. So I'm proud now. I'm happy.
My name's Philip Tranter. I'm Senior Lecturer in Robotics.
If robots start coming in to be used as lecturers, aren't you worried about your job?
Well, with this one, it won't work without me, so I'm still a key part of the process here. I don't think we'll ever get to the point where we can completely depersonalise teaching. I think you need a human being there to handle the interaction with students. I see myself being helped, but not replaced.
There are many plans on the developments of this robot. What we are really interested at is to control it using brain waves. So you would wear a helmet. This technology is also commercially available.
Well,
Then you can...
the technology exists already to control a robot using brainwave.
Yes, but you have to train your brain a bit on how to control it. This is where I would love to see it going.
We need one of them for the studio, I've decided. Leanne, we need one of those. We need a robot. Go get me coffee. Well, Leanne's more or less like that anyway. That's it from me. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning, bright and early.